Hello everyone, my name is Clay Van Diest, and today I am here to talk with you about abortion in America. In the last 10 years of my life, I have noticed that the news industry as a whole has impacted my life greatly. In my opinion, one of the most divided topics in America today is the argument on abortion. With the upcoming presidential election, the topic of abortion will be a main discussion point for many news stations and journalists nationwide. Regardless of whether you are pro-life or pro-choice, the significance of the argument is relevant to all Americans. The historical significance of the Roe v. Wade decision is something that will always be present in our society. Abortion is an issue that has been around for centuries. In Alex Rich and Geraldine Butler's article, Abortion, an Overview, the authors state that as early as the 13th century, abortion after 5 or 6 weeks was considered homicide. Obviously, in their opinion, that statement still stands true today. Rich and Wagner go on to explain that abortion remained a capital offense well into the 19th century. However, despite years of abortion being illegal in the United States, the Roe v. Wade decision of 1973 changed the legal outlook on abortion in the United States. Since January 22, 1973, in Roe v. Wade, abortion has been legal in the United States. Rich and Wagner stated that according to a 2004 study, 92% of abortions were due to social reasons. One of the main arguments made by pro-choice advocates is that abortion should be legal because of instances dealing with rape, incest, or assault. However, despite these arguments, statistics show that only 0.5% of abortion cases in America deal with these issues. This number is shocking at first and may catch a lot of Americans by surprise in a negative way. However, Americans should be pleased to know that with advances in technology and education and increased use of contraception, the abortion rate in the United States has decreased steadily, according to Rich and Wagner. One of the most shocking statistics provided by Rich and Wagner is that from 1973 through 2005, more than 45 million legal abortions occurred, and that of those 45 million abortions, 50% were women under the age of 25. That means that 23.5 million abortions occurred with young women under the age of 25. These numbers are much larger than I could have imagined, and I don't know about you guys, but it definitely pleases me to know that the number is decreasing each year. That stat states that on average, between 1973 and 2005, nearly 1.4 million abortions occurred legally annually. Now, that stat only includes legal abortions during that time and does not take into account all of the illegal abortions that occurred. Hal Markovits makes the point in his book, Abortion, Mason Crest, that for decades, pregnant women, including many teenage girls, got back alley abortions performed by midwives and other abortionists operating outside of the law. Markovits goes on to state that, ironically, the very type of abortionists the doctors hoped to drive out of business by making abortion illegal simply moved their shady practices underground. This exact point is an argument that many pro-choice advocates use to support their stance and reinforce their belief in legalizing abortion. Now, in regards to this topic's influence on politics, and more specifically the upcoming presidential election, the argument is pretty evenly divided. For the majority of politicians, those representing the Democratic Party are primarily pro-choice, while those representing the Republican Party are primarily pro-life. This topic is, in my opinion, one of the most important debates in politics, and many voters will choose their future president based on their belief on this topic. Now, having said that, the issue also is primarily discussed from a religious aspect rather than a political aspect. Regardless of your belief on the matter or your reasoning behind your choice, you better believe the significance of the topic will be present in November 2016. Since that Roe v. Wade decision of 1973, abortion has been widely discussed and debated on the political stage. And thanks to advances in technology and education, the ways of avoiding and potentially dealing with pregnancies has become much more efficient and effective. I want to thank you all for taking your time to listen to me today, and I urge you all to do your own research on this topic, as well as others, before the upcoming election. Thanks.